Hi, Olivia. This is Mrs. Kuarsi again. I just want to let you know that I'm going to be reading another story to you today, and it's called The Sorcerer's Apprentice, and it's starring Mickey Mouse. I hope you like Mickey Mouse. I know I do. Shall we get started then? A long, long time ago, there lived a powerful sorcerer who had a young apprentice named Mickey. Every day the little apprentice swept the floors, polished the sorcerer's crystal ball, and carried water from the well to the sorcerer's magic pool. Late one afternoon, a bat was fluttering around the sorcerer's head. As Mickey watched, the sorcerer raised his arms and said, "Muddless," and the bat magically turned into a beautiful butterfly. But the trick had tired the old sorcerer out. He yawned and put his sorcerer's hat down on the table, then slowly walked up the stone steps to his bedchamber. Mickey was alone in the sorcerer's shop. Mickey couldn't take his eyes off the sorcerer's hat. He crept to the sorcerer's workbench, uh, held the mysterious hat in his hands, and then pulled it then placed it on his head. At that moment, Mickey felt the magic. Boy, that was a bad page, hey? I stumbled over that. The picture I took of the words wasn't that clear. Mickey looked around the workshop. There against the wall stood his old broom. He he has had seen his master do as he had seen his master do. Mickey raised his arms and said, "Muddless." The broom began to glow. At Mickey's at Mickey's command, the broom's handle sprouted arms, and its straw divided into two legs. The broom had come alive, but would it obey the commands of the young apprentice? "Pick up the buckets," Mickey said. The broom obeyed. Mickey led the broom to the well. "Fill the buckets here," Mickey ordered. Once again, the broom obeyed. Carrying the two buckets of water, the broom followed the little apprentice back to the sorcerer's magic pool. "Empty the buckets here," Mickey told the broom. "Then do it all over again." Back and forth went the broom from the well to the pool. Feeling very pleased with himself, Mickey climbed on top of the sorcerer's chair to relax a while, as the broom did its work. It wasn't long before the little apprentice was asleep and dreaming. Mickey dreamed that he was the most powerful sorcerer in the universe. At his command, the stars danced and the planets whirled throughout the sky. Far below the mountain top, the oceans raged and roared at Mickey's command. Higher and higher the waves crashed until Mickey felt the cold, wet spray of water. Splash! This was no dream. The magic pool was overflowing. The enchanted broom had done Mickey's work all too well. Stop! Shouted Mickey. The broom did not stop. It marched right over Mickey, dumping more water into the pool, and went back to the well. Mother us! Cried Mickey. But the broom did not stop. It filled its buckets instead. Frantic, Mickey snatched an axe from the wall and waited for the broom to return with its um, brimming buckets. When he raised his arms and chopped the broom into thousands of splinters, all was silent for a moment. Suddenly, each splinter jumped off the floor, sprouting arms and legs, and became a broom. And each broom carried 2 buckets. The army of brooms, with its hundreds of buckets, marched from the well to the pool and back again. The water was getting deeper and deeper. By now, the little apprentice was swimming for his life. How he struggled to stay afloat. When the sorcerer's book of spells floated by, Mickey climbed on top of it. Turning the pages as best he could, he looked desperately for the spell that would stop this enchanted broom. Just then the book began to spin. Mickey was caught in a whirlpool. He felt himself being pulled down, down, and down. The last thing Mickey heard as he went under the water was the thundering voice of the sorcerer. Mother ass! Boomed the sorcerer from the stone steps. Instantly the water vanished, and the army of buckets marching was no more. The sorcerer's apprentice knew he was in a lot of trouble. With a gulp, Mickey returned the magical hat to the sorcerer. Making a hasty exit, the sorcerer's apprentice felt himself being swooshed out of the room. Don't forget your broom, said the sorcerer. And if Mickey had looked, he would have seen that the sorcerer was smiling. Wasn't that a great book? I really enjoyed that one. Hopefully you did too. I'll probably see you again with more books.